welcome to Have You Read Any Good Books? I'm Mavis Applewater, and this is Author Chat. This week we have poet, blogger, writer, and a woman who's bound and determined to spend her retirement working for the greater good. I'm speaking of Ms. M. Mercedes Lewis. She is best known for her short stories and poetry. Her work can be found in Roses Red, Our Happy Hours, Women in Uniform, and of course her standalone Glimpses of a Fractured Soul. And now, Mercedes.
Let's see, do we have any embarrassing stories? No. Okay.
Welcome, Mercedes, or Miss M, or Mercedes.
Hi.
Yeah, a long time ago. Anyone wonders why I say Mercedes is because Heather just asked. How do you pronounce your name? My wife is so shy, isn't she?
Your wife is lovely.
Yeah, she is.
I am not sure if it's her shyness or you just keeping her hidden.
I do. You're
Almost
on to
33
me.
years.
Almost, yeah. It's crazy.
Whatever, it's working.
It does work. It's crazy, but it works. You haven't seen the intro yet, but I describe you as someone who's spending her retirement working for the greater good. I mean, you've got
Wow.
Lambda Literary, Gold Crown Literary Society, ReadOUT, food pantries. I mean, and you're retired from the military in corporate America and the government. You're such a slacker.
I am. You're saying all that. I'm reminded of the movie with Goldie Hawn and Steve Martin. Have
Which
you
one was
seen that
that?
one?
House Sitter or no?
Yes, House
Yes.
Sitter. I retired from all the hairy BS. But yeah, wow, I didn't realize I was doing all of that. I mean, I am. I'm not saying those are not true, but
No,
wow.
well, I hope they're true. I read it on your pages. And I just want to remind everyone, whatever we talk about, there are going to be links in the description for little
Awesome.
things like birthdays are a drag,
Yes.
for readout. I'm going to get to that in a second. Women in Uniform,
Mhm.
Roses
Yep.
Red, lots
Mhm.
of anthology work. Oh, and Our Happy Hours,
Yes.
which I hadn't realized you were in there. I was like, oh, I just
I'm
talked to
in there.
Renee. Yeah. Um, and your own glimpses. No, I had this down. I just said this, 2 minutes ago? Glimpses of a Fractured Soul.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's just, and you blog.
Well, anybody that wanders over there right now, I hope they don't have any allergies because it's very, very dusty. But I write a lot, and sometimes I'll share it over there. I'm trying to get more consistent about sharing it, whether it be monthly, quarterly, something instead
Right.
of, you know what, I'm going to try it over there.
Yeah. I have a couple links on blog sites, which I'm
Yeah.
sure everyone would love to hear from you. But I get that based on what I just read, and you and your family is very important as well.
Mhm.
Yes. And
Very.
yeah. Oh, well, I love your kid. I've met her so many times.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it's been that way all my life. Everybody that comes up to us says hi to me, but then it's all the kid, the kid, the kid, the kid. Or it's
Yeah,
like, when you walk your dog, I walk my dog when she could walk. I'd walk her, and every dog we met, we knew the dog's name.
right.
But then, about 3 visits in, you go, oh,
I
what's your
don't.
name? Because the dog
I
is
do know. I
family.
Everyone in our complex knows our dog Boston. I
Hmm.
They don't know our names.
Exactly.
We don't know theirs.
Nope.
We know their
Boston's
dog's
mom.
name. Yeah. I learned Midnight's mom's name. Oh, that was it.
Mhm.
That was it. But
I'm gonna hush.
No, no, I want you to talk. This is all about you.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I
Wait, isn't that
know.
like a Lynn Ames phrase? No. It's all
Well,
about me.
I'll ask
No,
her when
I'm
I
just
talk
kidding.
to her next week. You know?
All right. Well,
Yeah,
let me say
Lynn's
good
stopping
things
by.
about her now then. So she wouldn't. No, but we used to always kid her with that. It's all about
Uh,
me.
it's all about
And
me.
in one's life, it should be all about oneself. So, hey,
The rest of you are supporting cast. I'm just
thank
saying.
you.
It's true. So
It's my
what?
life.
Yeah, and that's it. It is your life, and I wanted to touch on that your work is so inspired by your life. I mean,
Yes,
you've been a busy woman.
I have been a busy
Yeah.
woman in
And
retrospect.
just want to remind everyone I'm not looking away from Mercedes. I have notes. I try to.
Yes. I knew that about her, and we're going to try to stay on track.
Well, if we do, we do.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
but
if my own life is not inspiring, I did not aspire for it to be so. But when I look back or I hear it coming from outside of myself, it's uh, it's pretty amazing and inspiring. And so, I have to remember those moments when someone inspired me with me.
right,
Yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, just an amazing collection of work, and to put that out there. And I feel with the blogging and the poetry and your short stories, you are literally putting yourself out there.
I have often heard it said that a poet is like being Lady Godiva
Right.
riding through the park naked,
That is,
because it is a very emotive genre.
you are completely naked there. Oh, and then women in uniform completely naked in there.
I think
Love
I
it.
had a pink towel. I mean, that
Oh,
I
oh,
think the
there was the
character had
towel.
a
Yeah,
pink
the
towel.
towel. It did have the towel.
No, all of my stories are not biographical.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of them I have researched.
Research is very, very important. I always say
Very.
that. I'm a big fan of research, especially that
Yes.
kind.
Yes. But yeah, women in uniform.
That was a
Do you
while
have
ago.
questions for me? Should I dive in? Should I be
Let's
getting
dive
tell you?
in. Yeah,
Well, you know what?
have at it.
People that want to catch up. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Go ahead.
Go.
Okay. People that want to catch up with me can read those blogs, you
Right.
know, or they can go to my Facebook page or my author page and, catch up if they're interested in that. But I'll give you know, what do they call that thing? Prologue. Yeah. Um, we met a long, long time ago.
Yeah, the past is prologue. But yeah,
Right.
you and
Yes.
I met a long time ago.
Yes.
My
Yes.
mother-in-law adored you, my late
Oh,
mother.
I
Oh yeah,
loved her. I loved to
she
dance with her.
was
And
awesome, right?
oh my gosh. Yeah. See, and that's one of the things that GCLS, Golden Crown Literary Society, brought me. And that is why at the core of it, no matter how much it grows, it'll
Hmm.
always feel like a family
It
to
does. It
me.
really does.
See, I'm a poet. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Comes
But
out.
I retired, as you said, from the military, one of those corporations and blah blah blah. Um, and as I say, I fell out of the largest closet known to man because I went in 1974 during the Vietnam
Ooh,
era. Okay. And I said goodbye during Clinton when the shield turned into a storm or whichever way it went, it was time
yeah.
for me to go. Okay. Okay.
We gotta go.
But yeah, you got to go. But after that, after falling out of that closet, I was at a friend's and I saw a book on the table and I asked if I could, check it out. And they said, sure. And I picked it up and flipped it around and stuff. And I went, oh, can I borrow this? And just, yeah, yeah, you can borrow it. And that book was aptly titled Making Up for Lost Time by Karen Kalmaker.
Karen.
Yes. That was in 2004/5. You do the math. I don't know. But anyway, I wrote her or emailed her. I'm sure it was on AOL or something.
Oh,
And I thanked her, and I said, I see myself reflected in so many ways in this book. You know, I'm a woman, I'm a lesbian. I'm
mhm.
going to be making up for a lot of lost stuff.
And you have.
And I have. Yeah. And so she actually wrote me back. It was amazing. I could have fainted. And she invited me to this thing that was going to be in New Orleans. And I was like, okay, wow, wow. These were the days when you could respectfully reach out to your not idols, but people that inspired you or saw you or let you see what they saw in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably
you
not.
no, I mean, but you walk in, and at 1 year, you could have walked into the conference and met Rita Mae Brown and
Yes,
Dorothy Allison, and they were just there. I mean,
yes. And
and
Penny
Karen
Nickelberry and
Kalmaker, I mean, Queen of Romance is this
Catherine
February.
V.
Or
Forrest. She kissed my hand last con. I haven't watched it yet. No.
I love Catherine. And
Yes,
last one I
yes.
was at was in New Mexico, which is the last time I saw
Mhm.
you.
That was a
And
beautiful one.
that was so well. We had a few bumps in the road, but we had a
Hmm.
great time. It was so great seeing everyone. It was really weird because
Yes.
when the
You you guys
ceremony,
saw Pam, right?
uh,
Butler.
Butler, on her last one, yeah,
Yeah, she
which
rode her
was in
motorcycle down.
Orlando.
Yeah.
We actually spent the day in Disney World together with her, just the three of us.
Uh-huh.
And she had dinner with us and Kate Sweeney the night before. And
I
we
love
got really
Kate.
emotional at one point, and I don't know
Yeah.
why, but she knew she was going. And it's
Yes.
so strange because I called her phone after she had passed, and just to hear her voice again. And the
Yes.
end of the message, have you ever heard, is I'll get back in touch to you when I get back to Earth.
Yes.
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 I was on the bus and I was just started weeping. Loved Pan. I
Yeah.
had known her
I
from
feel pretty.
BardCon days, and she'd rent that BMW motorcycle and just
Oh,
ride
that
from Colorado.
motorcycle.
Love that bike. Oh,
Oh.
Pam Butler was just such a dear friend to us, and
Yes, yes.
but I
She was
respect.
a helicopter pilot, one of the few female helicopter pilots in the Vietnam era. And of
Mhm.
course, you don't hear about them because
No,
supposedly they only did support or whatever.
right.
But yeah,
Firefighter Pam was
oh
just
yes. Now there is a life that inspires
that it truly had
me, and I'm
gone
glad our
to.
cups bumped together.
Yeah. And that's how I met Pam, though, was the old Bard
Mm-hmm.
cons. And these things,
Mm-hmm.
go to them. Go out. If you're an
Yeah,
aspiring writer, you're a reader,
yeah,
just go. Yes,
yeah.
GCLS is going through some growing pains, but things change.
Yes.
Uh,
And you know what? One of the things making up for lost time, one of the things that I did not get that you guys did that was wonderful that actually predates the publication of Naiad and whatnot is the fanfic. I knew nothing about the fanfic, you know? And so I feel like my education has a hole in it. Although I do go to what they used to call that, the anti-atri,
Anthem and
yeah, the
the Academy
Anthem
of
and
Bards. Yeah.
right, yes, and all of those, and read that fan fiction.
Oh, it was unusual because years ago, I guess there had always been fanfic, but other production companies like Paramount with the Star Trek stuff said, no, no, stop doing that. We'll sue you. And then Missy Good gets an offer and contacts the creator of Xena. And he was like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, have at it. Go
Have
ahead.
at it.
Yeah. And that opened up a whole world of
Yes,
publishers and
yes,
authors. And here we are.
Yes, and
Yeah,
indies deciding, yes, sisters can do it for themselves.
yeah.
It's
But
wonderful.
and it also led to, I feel, a lot of activism in
Hmm.
several different areas. For literature, like I remember the old BardCon used to raise money for Project Literacy, stuff like that. Now, speaking of activism, Read Out Literary Festival
Hmm.
is coming up, and it's in
It's coming
Florida.
up.
Now, you folks in Florida have some crap storm happening there on so many.
You know, when you live in the toilet bowl, there's going to be a crap storm happening
Mm.
almost all the time. Okay. Am I not right?
No, you're right.
And I live in this toilet bowl.
Yeah,
And I am attached to this cesspool because, as
it,
we said, family is important to me.
yes,
I have ancestors, I have elders, I have the future generation, and I have
yes.
myself here. And even though, my dad passed, and I thought, okay, then I can go,
Uh,
these roots run deep. But anyway, yeah, Florida. We would
Florida,
not have you here if we did not feel that we could take care of our guests. Okay.
right.
Um, Look around you, wherever you are. You may be in a blue bubble or a really big blue lake or whatever. We're a
Oh,
little blue bubble, I guess. We're gonna be us, and we're gonna be us safely.
we left a blue bubble and this went
Yeah.
blue and now not so
Mm,
much.
mm,
Mm,
yeah.
eesh.
But
but
yeah,
but you have
it's
things
going
like
to be engulfed.
Read Out Festival,
Hmm.
and you have a birthday coming up,
I
and
have a birthday coming up.
birthdays are a drag. Let's talk about how
Yes.
people can help. Uh,
Okay. Yeah.
Now, the Read
Well,
Out Literary Festival, keynote speaker this year is Lynn Ames.
yes,
You
she
have
is.
Tret
Thank you
Fuhrer
very much,
coming.
Lynn.
Tret Fuhrer
Yes.
coming, and it could
Yeah.
be. Tell us about it. Let's.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, the whole festival is going to be marvelous. It's the weekend of my birthday, the 16th through the 18th. My birthday
Yay.
is on the 17th. So generally, I mean, not generally, it's always pretty much fell on my birthday. And I've always known of it, participated in it some and whatever. And then I think I just finally realized, look, I'm following GCLS all over the world,
Yes.
hopefully. And I have this right here at home that I could also, not instead of, but also, be part of. So the festival's happening, my birthday is happening, and both are inevitable. And so I approached them and said, hey, I want to have a birthday party.
Yep.
Uh, and they said, okay. Uh, I said, what if it's a fundraiser? Because we're gonna have fun, and I got friends, and they said okay, and so I'm gonna have my birthday celebration with them, VIP to see the Queen and be with the Queen
Yes.
prior, and have a little champagne and stuff. That ticket is $68 because English, I will be 68. Asian, I will be 69. Either way, you know.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I came up with the themes. Birthdays are a drag because sometimes as we mature, even as you can see in my poetry, I have stuff that talks about when we grow older and our
Hmm.
partners and stuff. So different story. What was I saying?
But it can be purchased from fine booksellers everywhere.
Yes,
Yes.
yes. And if you go on to the website, read out, see, that's why I had all of that behind me, and now I can get to it. But just look for Read Out 2024, and you'll see all the wonderful things that are happening. You'll see that Len Ames is going to be our keynote speaker, and
Yes.
of course, she's got Dot Wilkerson's book out at the plate.
Out at home
One of the
plate.
other
Yeah.
things that's happening, and I hope some of those ladies are listening, there's a softball tournament here
Oh,
that same week or at that weekend. So I hope that those ladies know that Lynn is going to be there sharing with us.
Cool.
I don't know what her
Good
speech will be
timing.
about, but I can pretty much assure that the spirit of Dot will be there.
And for those of you who don't know, Doc Wilkinson was a member of the All American Girls Baseball League. And Lynn met her, Lynn Ames, the author, and has written about her and they were dear friends until Dot's
Mhm.
passing. And Out at Home Plate is amazing. And we'll be talking about more about that actually next week when I talk to
Okay.
Lynn. Yeah, good timing. But I wanted to talk about Read Out Loud because it's coming up and it's
Yeah.
an important, it's a lit festival. Like you said, it's in your backyard.
Yes, yes. You
And
can come down. We're going to have panels and open workshops on book banning, about indie stores and what we can do to save them. And then if you go on the ReadOut site, you'll see we've got over 50 authors of all genres,
mhm.
both indie and affiliated with the stable or whatever. And it's just going to be a great thing. And my birthday celebration, as I said, $68 if you want to do the VIP portion with me
Right.
before the show and have champagne and carrot cake. And and then we'll go in and we'll find out that birthdays are not a drag because we are maturing. I mean, we're maturing, so we're just becoming more fabulous. Birthdays are a drag because we're gonna drag with the queens and kings.
Yes.
So,
Bring it
and there
on.
are standard tickets, and if you want to give me a gift
Ah,
or
that's better.
something or make a donation, um, please, you'll find the donate buttons on there. And if there's a memo, tell them that Ms. M sent you.
There you
You know.
go. Ms. M. I love that.
Yes.
Now, and you're also you're with Flashpoint Publications.
I am. Oh, you can't
Yeah.
see my T-shirt. There it
Oh,
is.
there we go.
Yes, yes. There it is.
Bringing rainbow stories to life.
To bringing rainbow stories to life.
Wow, that's
Now, can
cool.
I fix this back? I don't
You
know.
can fix it
Okay.
back. But yeah, the turning the light off was good. See, we're learning
Okay.
here. Yeah, I'm technically
Yes.
not, as you can tell, I'm at home.
Me too.
This is where I go to work every day.
Mhm. That's wonderful.
I know.
Evidently, me too.
Well, I'm catching you at home is good because, like I was said, you're busy. Now, read out loud. Roses Red.
Yes.
That was like number three. That was what 10. How long ago was that? That was a while.
It was a while ago, but that's the book, one of the Sappho's Corners collection from
There
Beth
we go.
Mitchum. Hi, Beth, if you're
Hi, Beth.
watching. Yeah. And it's Roses Red, as in you open it, you find heaven,
READ.
you read it to your partner, your loved one, yourself, whatever, but it's roses that are red instead of the classic
Yes. Which,
red.
Valentine's Day is around the corner,
Oh,
ladies.
wow. Yes, it is.
Yes. It's
So, yeah,
February.
you can find that book online at Amazon and wherever wonderful books are sold.
I will have a
Wow.
link.
I hadn't,
I will have links up for
okay,
read
I hadn't
out.
even thought of that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I thought of that and I was like psyched because I was about to touch base with you. You were
Well,
actually
I
one of the
guess that's
first.
why the score is 33-0.
Well, we used to make a big deal out of it. Now I'm like, what
Yeah.
would you like me to bake you? What am
Oh,
I
wow.
cooking?
Yeah. Well, now you and Bean can whip her up something.
Well, Bean likes to be my sous chef, and she's good at it.
Yeah.
Although sometimes she's like, "Nani, can you do it?" No, no, this is it's a bonding moment, right?
Yeah.
No, no, that
You
kid
got
and
to
I will
grab
find
her.
any excuse to make cookies. So we were
Yeah.
supposed to have her today, but she has pink eye, so she can stay at home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no,
Some things you just don't want to share.
no, I love that little stink face, but no, no, no,
Yeah.
no, no, no. Well, you've been through all that and more
Well,
on the
yeah. And
horizon.
used to work at a child care facility on a base, and Yeah, boy. But whenever I worked in the office, because I did both, I was fine. But then when I had to go over with those kids, I needed my sink and my, they're so lovable and loving and
And the every
strong.
yeah, and one of them
They
gets
can,
sick, it's like a load of dominoes.
yes, yes. But they bounce back up like weebles, and we'd be like,
Oh yeah. Uh,
mhm,
but yeah, I mean, I thought that would be a good tie-in for Valentine's Day. I had invited
yeah,
you when I first started this, and you're, as we
yeah.
know, busy. And I'm glad you got in touch with me because I wanted to say, well, that would be a good tie-in. Roses red, read rose, roses red
Rose is
and
red.
red,
Yeah, yeah.
and women in
Read rose is red.
uniform. Yeah, that would be nice for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
Let's and then right before I was gonna send you a message, you said, "Hey, do you want to do one now? It's now good." Yes.
That's that great minds thing there. It must be that they talk about.
Well, especially with the readout coming up, and
Yeah.
that's awesome. I mean, you're talking about things about banning books. I and I can't stress this enough. Where they're banning the dictionary, are you paying attention now, folks? It's the dictionary has to go.
Yeah. Well, you don't need it if you're illiterate and can't read
Yeah.
and have no critical thinking tools to even wonder if there's something more, you know.
Now
So yes.
we're in the same ballpark generationally, but that was one of the things when you're growing up. Oh, you don't look it up in the dictionary,
Exactly. And the Britannica,
Oh,
and so I still have Britannicas.
no,
Yes, I do.
that's awesome.
My greats and whatevers, they think I am awesome and ancient, whatever,
Let's just look
you
that
know.
up.
But because yeah, let's look this up. Have you ever seen one of these? What? No.
Well, I showed the Munchkin. I showed Bean. My
Yeah.
my mother's typewriter, which I actually think
Uh-huh.
not only it's manual with the
Yeah, you gotta.
ribbon. Yeah. What
Yes, with
is
them.
this?
Yeah. Or they pick up a rotary phone and go, Where are the buttons?"
Here's the buttons. Like you have to. Oh, we got some noise in the neighborhood.
Yeah,
You have to. No, no, no.
yeah,
This is how Nani and Rara did this.
yeah. Oh, and the readout, you can attend either local, in person, or you can
Or
online. You can join us with the readings and all of that
I
stuff.
had a note on that. I was like, oh, make sure people know they could do this online as well.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, because
That
this.
is probably one of the only uh, good things that people considered during the last few years is why, when time is precious,
Right.
do we have to keep going in a place, making each other, when some of us can just, and it can even be a hybrid of that.
Yes.
So we're going to have it live and we're going to have it accessible also online.
Online. And the panels and the music and
Yes.
Ms. M's birthday.
Yes. And it
Yeah.
should be interesting. I think I'm moderating the sci-fi panel,
Oh,
and
cool.
somebody on there is afraid of me. I'm not sure who, but you'll
Just
be okay.
just one person? Uh,
Yeah, they hadn't seen that side of me. But yeah, just one person though was concerned about my style of moderating. So if you're
oh.
watching you're seeing it now. This is my style. But yeah, I'm going to be doing moderating the sci-fi panel and
Cool.
the Portian Memoir panel.
Well, sci-fi doesn't get any love. I actually have a sci-fi writer coming up. And that's what I said. I feel that sci-fi it's speculative. They don't romance. I mean, I'm happy about this because it's what I do. Is the name of the game. But sci-fi kind of gets lost in the shuffle, and then for a while, anthologies were getting lost in the shuffle too.
Yeah,
And it's like, no, these are great. It's several different authors getting together. I mean, but oops, I'm hitting things here.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh, yeah. I like
and
sci-fi.
yeah. Oh, yeah, I enjoy it.
I
And
love romance,
oh,
though.
yeah, I mean,
It's mostly
yeah,
what I listen to. So, or read, as it were. Read with my ears now a lot more than my eyes. So,
right. Audio's the new thing. Well, not that new. I'm a
it's
little
not that new,
bit,
and they had to
no.
shove me into it. Yeah, because eyes I
Yeah,
can now, but the eyes, you can only make the font so big. And as much as I love to
yeah,
read,
it's just true.
you know, yeah, yeah, so I can just listen.
It is one of those things, though. It was just a matter of time. Um,
Mhm.
when ebooks were first kind of
Yeah.
coming
See,
out,
Roxanne, you say ebooks,
she
I
was a
think,
Roxanne
oh my
Hart.
gosh, we are walking history,
We are.
Mavis.
And for those of you who don't know, Roxanne Hart, for one, not for her, I wouldn't have Whispering Pines because my computer crashed. I mean, the motherboard fried because, I'm an idiot. But she had copies of it. She started with electronic books
Yes.
and she'd sell it with a paperback. So she
Mhm.
was out there ahead, and I kept telling my publisher, I said, "This is the way it's going to go." And like, no. I mean, I love holding a book in my hand as much as the next person, but
Yes, I got tons of them.
I know I love doing these interviews because everyone's got like books stacked behind them.
Yeah,
The other side of
good to
this
see.
wall is books. You know, uh,
Yes.
but let's face it, having it on your tablet and clicking that button, because this was great. I want to read more. I need the next book in the series, or I need to read
Yeah.
more about this author or that author. And now it's
And I had
audio.
to, yeah, because I was traveling and
Yeah.
books are heavy. Yeah, I don't even want to tell you how much it cost to ship books from Hawaii to Florida. Forget about it.
Oh,
But
don't even want to
so
know.
I was traveling, and so I got shoved into the ebooks because I discovered I could have like 600 books and movies on this pad and go to Africa for 6 weeks or whatever, and still not run out of stuff to read.
I still have stuff to read because one, that's a long ass flight.
Yes, yeah, and that's a pretty long time to be visiting. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
so
but I also know because uh, you would go to P Town and then you fly into Boston, and then you take that puddle jumper
yeah,
to P Town.
yes,
It's
I
that or
would.
rent a car. That's how you get into Cape Cod. You know,
Occasionally, I'd rent a car. I went to Rhode Island, Providence, and rent
oh,
a car. But most of the time, I just wanted to get there, and as you know, the ferry thing would be just shut down the day before or whatever, or it
is the
was too
ferry
rocky.
does not run during Women's Week.
Right. So, but
Just
yeah,
saying.
P-Town,
Yeah.
P-Town was a lot of fun too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's where we got married. Well, we lived in
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Lost.
but bringing like a ton of books with you because I actually will always have a couple books, but in my tablet too, and it's not
Mhm.
practical. And some of my books you could take someone out with.
See, that's the Mavis's book are not a snack.
So-
They are a full however many course meal. Okay.
which
And I
is
like
funny because I started with short stories.
that.
That's how I get my start.
Yeah.
But putting together a compilation, like Glimpses of a Fractured Soul,
Mhm.
I mean, that's like part of your heart must have gone with that. We're running out of time. Heart. Okay. Oh,
Oh, yeah. We're running out. It's great. Maybe I'll have a follow up.
uh, I would love to do a follow up, and thank you so much for doing this. And we'll
Thank
talk more
you
about your
for
work.
having me. Love you, Heather. Miss you, man.
And happy
Yeah.
birthday. And
Thank
again,
you.
links below for ReadOUT Literary Festival.